What's up, guys? Today we're going to learn When I Was Your Man by Bruno Mars. This one's a sad, slow song. If you're a complete beginner, you're going to want to start with my free crash course by clicking right here. And for everyone else, let's get into it. All right, there we go. So that is the whole verse there. So this is going to be another one where it's just going to be way easier for you to follow along with the chords and lyrics in the description below while you listen to me speak, because there's a ton of different chord changes here, and the trickiest part of this is going to be memorizing these chord changes. So with that being said, let's get into the strumming pattern. So starting on a C chord. Alright, so what I'm basically doing here is alternating between a strum and a bass note. The bass note just being the lowest string in the chord. So that's usually the 5th or 6th string, except for D minor, where it's the 4th string. So playing that, we're basically going to do a strum, bass, strum, bass, strum, bass, and then down, down, up. And that's the strumming pattern that we're going to use for the entire song. It's a little bit tricky to get the hang of the accuracy of just picking that single string. At the start, I wouldn't worry about it too much. If you accidentally hit the wrong string, mostly just try and alternate that low note and then strum. It's probably going to make it a little bit easier. It is a bit tricky to get that accuracy, but with practice and time, it'll come. I believe in you, so keep working on it. So then you can see this chord progression on the screen. It's a bit of a doozy. Follow along with the lyrics, follow along with the chords, then just practice and try and remember it over time. This one's tough for me to memorize too, so it just takes a little bit of work because there are a lot of different chords. But if you can get that strumming pattern down, the actual playing, it's very easy. So the only other note for this is going to be these bars where we're switching between chords. So what that means, starting on this C to E minor, we're going to do strum, bass, switch chords, strum, bass, strum, to finish off the bar. And you can see you're going to do that for all of these bars with 2 chords in them. So with that, I'm just going to play through it, and you're just going to want to try and follow along, try this on your own a bunch of times, and then eventually work up to the point where you can play it along with me. I'll play the full thing for you now slowly so that you can follow along. Fucking hate it. Okay. And right there is your entire verse. So again, actually memorizing these chords is going to be the toughest part of playing that, but just play it a whole bunch of times and then memorize it bit by bit until you figure out the order of the chords. And then eventually you'll get it. By the time you've memorized the chords, your strumming will be no problem. Alright, so now moving into the pre-chorus. This one's going to be way easier to memorize than the verse was. It's going to use the exact same strumming pattern, so you'll be able to get through this part in no time. So this one, we're using the exact same strumming pattern, just this time our chord progression is A minor, E minor, then the tricky B flat, and then ending on the C. And you're just going to play the exact same strumming pattern. And that there is the entire pre-chorus. Alright, so then moving into the chorus, it's another the same deal as the verse. Again, it's going to use the exact same strumming pattern, so nothing new here. Just different chords in a different order, and another long chord progression that's going to be a bit tricky to memorize. But again, same thing, just learn it piece by piece, go through, and eventually you'll have the full thing memorized. So there's nothing really to explain here. The only new chords we have are D7, F, and you can use the full F, or the baby F, and then the F minor. I'm just going to play the full thing for you. It's the exact same idea as the previous one. And that right there is the entire chorus. Nothing unique or crazy about that, just different chords in a different order. Alright, now we are almost done this entire song. The last section is just going to be the bridge, and once again, it's using the exact same strumming pattern. So you've already got that, you're a master of that by now. This will really work on your finger accuracy, actually being able to hit those single notes if you can practice and play this full song. Only different chord in this one that we haven't seen, we've got a D minor. And then we've got a G/B, which just means you're playing the bass note on the 5th string. So you can either just hold it like this and strum that note, or you can take off this middle finger entirely. Whichever one you want, it's up to you. And on that note, I'm just going to play the full thing for you, and you'll just be able to follow along and listen and learn it on your own. And there you have it, the full song. You can see I just ended on a full strummed out G, played a single time to end off the song. And right there, that's all there is to it. And if you can play those parts, you can cry along to this entire song. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit that thumbs up button and let me know in the comments below what you thought of it or any song requests. Please also subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notified of all my newest uploads, so you can learn guitar a lot faster than that guy who chooses not to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.